Hi guys, I just recorded a reading and I hated it so much that I am re-recording because basically the whole message that came out was so full of disempowered belief systems and people falling into old patterns, old habits because they had one bad day or one bad thought. And as I was sitting there, I got 37 minutes into this reading and I was like, I am absolutely not perpetuating this message today. So I don't know what's going on in the collective. I don't know if you're feeling like change is impossible, that you can't change, that you are stuck in old habits, but I want to make something very clear to you. You are not stuck in old habits, okay? Consistency is the key here, okay? You hold the power. I'm going to restart this whole reading and I'm going to read this with the intention of you stepping into your most empowered self regardless of what has happened in your past, what you have done, who you have been. You deserve the self-compassion and empowerment to say, I get to decide what holds power over me. You are not stuck to anything. You are not stuck to anyone. You are not stuck to who you used to be. You're not stuck to who you've been yesterday. The second that you want to make a change, the second you want to make a difference, you get to, okay? I'm going to restart this whole freaking reading because I'm not having it, okay? I'm not having it. I am not putting this empowerment out there. I refuse. Our collective deserves so much better. The world deserves better. People deserve better. People deserve to feel like they hold power over themselves. And I'm not gonna perpetuate that message that they don't. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so with that in mind, let's get into a new reading. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna do who is keeping tabs on you. Okay. And I'm gonna start with the grounded, the anchored energy of this connection with this person and why they're keeping tabs on you. Or just, yeah, not why they're keeping tabs on you. I'll get into that with tarot. I'm going to get the anchored energy between you and this person who is keeping tabs on you. At the end, I will draw cards for every zodiac sign to clarify this collective reading, okay? All right, Spirit, let's sage this hoe right now. My God, yep, absolutely not dealing with that. That's the funny thing about disempowering beliefs, disempowering energy, is that it's just energy. And if you want to change your life and you want to change a connection or a situation, you want to change anything in your life to be more empowering, all you need is the frequency of things being empowered. Okay? What is the frequency of things being empowered? I love neuro knowledge. So go check out that channel. He has talked about this. This is a direct quote from him. I think he simplifies hermetic principles and the laws of the universe in such digestible ways. And I seriously encourage everyone who has felt any amount of disempowerment or out of control, feeling out of control in their life, like they are a victim to their own patterns of behavior, victims to others, bound to others, anything. Go watch Neuro Knowledge. Go digest him because he's phenomenal, right? Okay. Anyways, frequency. The frequency of what you want to achieve is just your consistent awareness of it. Okay, and your awareness, frequency, higher frequency is just higher awareness, right? Not being wobbled by having a bad thought or a bad emotion, not feeling like you have to be on a high all the time. Okay? Gypsy Rose was wrong. She was on a high right now. Can't bring me down. She was wrong. Because if you're on a high, you are going to come down. That's a law of the universe. So what do you want? Neutrality, observer, awareness, right? Then whatever you feel or experience is neither good nor bad. It just is a thing. And then you get to decide what you do with that. You hold the power. You give other things, other people, other situations, other energy permission to hold power over you. And you can easily revoke that power. It is still your power, even when you are in a state of powerlessness. Okay? So let's keep that in mind. 8, I forgot to put a card up. We got the 8 of Wands. Messages coming in fast. Okay? Dropping knowledge bombs, dropping energetic truths here for you. I love you. I'm going to do that for you. Okay. What is the anchored energy between my darling and the person who is keeping tabs on them, Spirit? Okay. Full moon, trust, and then courage reversed. What's crackling? What's that? Okay, so coming up, I feel like full moon in Aries is coming up next. I feel like that's really important. You're being guided during this time, okay? There's something here about like trusting your intuition, the moon being a sign of intuition, and letting that be the encouragement to take a leap here, right? To be courageous in some way. I feel like I could be speaking to someone who has been in a connection where there's been a lack of courage, okay? Yeah, a lack of courage. Anytime the lightning has struck in this connection, anytime there's been any sort of rattling, it's been flee, right? From either you or this person. There's something that is coming up that is going to be working on building trust, right? Building stability and security, even in the midst of a storm, even when it feels like you have no courage. This person has no courage. Something coming full circle here. All right, let's get into the tarot. All right, Spirit, tell me about this person who is keeping tabs on my darling. What is their energy? How would darling know who this person is? Three of Swords, Nine of Cups, something that didn't, get fully off the ground. This person could have, you could feel like this person love bombed you in the past, okay? Yeah. It almost feels like there was an opportunity here to connect and build something stable, and it got swept out just as fast. Oh my gosh, talk about the lightning and the moon, the courage and the moon, right? What should have taken off, what should have been a good start, ended up being a quick and abrupt, like rug sweep out from underneath your feet or underneath their feet. When things got even a little rattly, again, this person ran. Okay. This person was all talk, all hopes, all dreams. This connection, I'm not going to blame game here. This connection was all hopes and no foundation when things got hard. That's what this was. We're not going to blame. Okay, we're going to keep the balance here with Temperance. Could be dealing with Sagittarius, water sign, Aries here as well as Pisces and Scorpio. Very disempowering situation. Three of Swords and Five of Cups. You had to grieve this person, this connection. There's been a lot of heartache and pain. How do we find the balance with that when we've been traumatized in love? How do we find balance when we've been traumatized in love? Consistency. Needing consistency. This was so traumatizing because it wasn't consistent. And healing from this so far has required you to be consistent with self-love, with re-empowering yourself, not speaking rejection, neglection, disempowerment over you. Same with this person. Okay? I do feel like I'm speaking to someone who has done a lot of healing because of this connection. And there's something here about recognizing, again, nothing holds power over you unless you give it permission to. So maybe you felt controlled by the heartache from this situation for a long time. And there's something about taking that power back into your own hands. Someone has angelic protection around them, or, fit it where it is. Maybe it's not angelic. You either have a guardian angel, you could work with, I'm getting dragons, okay? All right. Wolves could be significant too. Which wolf are you feeding? Two wolves within you, an angel, a devil on your shoulder. Which wolf are you feeding? Which one are you giving power to? Are you feeding disempowered thoughts because of this situation, or are you viewing it as a chance to grow? Are you grateful for the opportunity to grow through adversity with this person? Maybe that's what this was. Okay, let's see why is this person keeping tabs on you? Why is this person keeping tabs on my darling? Strength. Talk about courage. This person is keeping tabs on you because they do want to overcome their fears. This person could have a fear of commitment, or did in the past, okay? But there is an undeniable connection with you. Perhaps this person was terrified of that. This person could have felt bound in connections. They could have felt like they lost autonomy, that they lost power, and that was a big no-no for them, okay? So this person possibly ran in the past, possibly made things harder than they needed to be, definitely made things harder than they needed to be, didn't see the love in a situation, didn't care to see you in that light. Sure didn't. 8 of Wands in the Star and Capricorn with the Devil. This person is realizing that you are a blessing, okay? There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of energy of healing here. I'm not terrified of this devil, okay? And neither should you. Neither should this person. No one should be afraid of this. Especially whenever you get complete emotional awareness over what is controlling you, over what actually holds power over you, that's when you take full accountability. It's when you create magnificent change in your mindset. That's when things move forward. It's always at that hardest part, right? Rock bottom is a solid foundation, isn't it? Sure is. This person could be missing you a lot, thinking about the last time that you guys had a conversation, face to face possibly. And there's just this realization of how they perceived you, how they perceived your intentions. This person could have projected their fear, right? Projected a power struggle onto you that you were never trying to have over them. And they're realizing that they've just been puppeted by their own fear. Here they were worried about feeling chained to something, feeling chained to a person, feeling powerless to something, and yet they've given their whole power away to their own fear. They've been chained to that. This person is realizing that. They didn't see the blessing that you were at the time. This person is really, they admire your strength. They admire your ability to be courageous, okay? To love them fiercely, right? They could have felt like they were part of your pack. They feel like you're like the king of the jungle. There's that lion image there. So there's something about like, you're so ferocious, right? A bit intimidating. A little bit intimidating. This person does want to talk to you. They could have believed that you were just kind of a dreamy person, right? Maybe a little unrealistic, maybe a little wishful, a little naive, possibly. But they're saying that you're not. I'm thinking naivety because of the lion and the lamb there. They don't think you're naive anymore. I feel like the way you view energy, the way you view circumstances, it's a game changer. It's very impactful. Yeah, this person feels like it's necessary for them to take some notes from you so that they can live an empowered life, feeling accomplished. This could be an older masculine. Doesn't have to be. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Gemini with the Lovers. Leo with Strength. Aquarius with the Star. Okay. All right, is there any... I'm going to save that for the end, actually. What's coming up with this person who's keeping tabs? What's coming up in this situation? Any actions, any things that they would want to say? Coming up in this connection. King of Wands reversed. I like this because the King of Wands upright is Okay, a couple of things. First of all, I'm sorry, I just got like 7 messages that flowed through at once, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. One at a time. Take a number, sit down, wait your damn turn. The first thing I was going to say is I like this because the King of Wands upright can kind of be showy, can kind of be a pretender, right? All about the recognition, right? All about the ego. So I feel like this person has felt very performative in the past. They felt like they needed to be very charismatic, very love bombing, very much like, let me come in and sweep you off your feet. I'm the star of the show here. And they're no longer operating from that with this being reversed, okay? No longer like in this showy show off, needing the attention for the sake of their own ego. Like that, it's not like that anymore for them. The other message number 2. Okay. This person could be very upset with themselves, very mad. Okay. They could have felt like they were being a bit like a dictator in the past, with when this connection would progress forward. Okay. Very disempowered, right? They're recognizing like there's a difference between being a boss and being a leader, and they really wish that they had leadership qualities, okay, rather than just feeling tyrannical, possibly. And I felt like there was other messages, but they seem to have left the waiting room, so I'm not going to push that issue. Okay, coming up. If this person takes action, it's not going to be from a place of their own ego at all. Judgment, and then the 3 of Cups. This person, you know, I feel this is very specific. I feel like this person wants to apologize for making you feel like you were an option. Just an option. Just an object of convenience. Just a warm body. I feel like they want to apologize for ever putting that on you. Because you weren't. You deserved some respect. This person, they feel like you don't respect them anymore because they were so disrespectful with you. They want to apologize. They see it differently now. Okay? And I feel like this person could have made you feel like you weren't special. Like you weren't important. They could have really just tried to make you a little bit miserable. They could have told you that you were kind of a boring person or just not a lot of fun to hang around. Like they could have compared you to others in a very unhealthy way, and this person wants to apologize for that. Ace of Pentacles, yeah. This person might reach out. If they reach out, it's with the intention of seeing where things could go with you with that Ace of Pentacles. Seeing if you guys can grow something, you know, while it's actually being watered, you know. Yeah, literally, I'm not kidding. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. This person would want to water this connection with you, water this relationship, nurture it, give it something, you know, give it the recognition that it deserved, give you the recognition that you deserved. And they hope that something good can come from this. They do feel like they have to take accountability, like they have to be the one to initiate this. Good for them. Good for them. It takes a lot to be accountable. Yeah. Okay, anything else here for what's coming up? 5 of Wands, 3 of Wands, Six of Wands. All that fire energy. Again, I feel like this person has had an ego realization, right? Ego's not bad. We all need ego. But there's something about like the way that they've navigated their ego that was just very isolating. Very much trying to step on others, you know, to get the upper hand. And this person is looking forward to making changes where that's not an issue, okay? So like, actually, I don't feel... Like, I thought that I felt good putting Darling in, you know, having them compete for me or making them feel like they were just an option. Like I had all these options around me. I just had multiple people who were vying for me, having to spread my time then. And I just felt really powerful in that. You know, I felt like that's where I felt my most confident. But really, if I look back, I didn't feel confident at all. That behavior was stemmed from insecurity completely, of not being good enough in the first place. Yeah, okay. This person is making changes moving forward, though. I feel like they've taken a dive. What am I hearing? On the Way Down by Ryan Cabrera. That's an old fucking song. Oh my gosh. I can't even believe I remembered that off the top of my head like that. Usually the songs I have to be like, what am I hearing? Hold on. Shut up, 7,000 Thoughts. What's that song that's right there? On the Way Down by Ryan Cabrera. And I don't even remember the lyrics at all. Okay. Anyways, go look up that song if that resonates for you. Okay. Let's see the zodiacs. Time for zodiacs. Let's do that. Okay. Starting with Aries. Aries and this person who's keeping tabs on them. So uncomfortable. Aries, are you uncomfortable with the situation? Oh my gosh. Okay. What's going on for Aries with this person who's keeping tabs on them? 7 of Pentacles. 2 of Wands. And Strength. Right now this person is trying to muster up the courage to come forward, to make a choice here, to move things forward with you. They do have to reevaluate. It's after heavy reevaluation, them seeing where their choices have led them. Okay, but ultimately there's this desire to be strong. They also really love you. You could be dealing with a Leo. They love your strength. They love your power. You're a very intense person. Okay. Specific message, this person could have like a Kundalini awakening. They could be noticing a lot of snakes or be really into snakes. They don't have to be though, but there's something about reevaluating where their life path has taken them and them wanting to possibly realize, okay, I'll just get into the 7 of Pentacles real quick, okay, before I move on to the next zodiac sign. So the 7 of Pentacles is reevaluating what you have planted, the seeds you have planted, and the harvest time, right? And sometimes it can be like, I feel like I'm not getting the harvest that I want. Things are taking time. There's like this waiting period, waiting for things to grow, and then maybe feeling a little bit dissatisfied for what has happened so far, right? For what has grown, for the output of your crops, for the size of your crops. And reevaluation can say, I either need to start from ground zero, or I need to like test the soil that I'm growing my crops in and nurture the nutrients within the soil so that the crops have a better chance of having a better output, right? So there's something about like them realizing that if they invested more, if they nurtured more with this connection, it could be a very fruitful, abundant relationship. And they realize that it was never the plant's fault that it wasn't growing right. It was how it was tended to. This person is having a realization that they did not tend to this relationship, and it was actually a very strong relationship if they had just done the right thing. So maybe they are going to reconsider how they're giving to this situation. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. Yep, they sure are. They're going to put in more effort to nurture this connection, to see how it can grow. They see it as a very beneficial thing if they do the right thing with it. Okay. All right, Taurus. What's going on for Taurus in this connection with someone who is keeping tabs on them? The Magician. Woo! Magician, 9 of Cups. So this person is manifesting you. Or you're manifesting them. I'm not sure. But either way, they feel like you're everything that they've asked for, everything that they want. This person is in alignment with personal power. Okay, so this person recognizes that if they want a balanced relationship, they have to show up balance. They can't walk into a relationship projecting fear and insecurities and worthy. This person is very self-accountable at this point. They see you as their comfort spot, as their comfort meal. Interesting. All right. Comfort food. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna move on to Gemini. Gemini, what's going on for Gemini with this person who's keeping tabs on them? Okay, Six of Pentacles and the Fool. King of Pentacles. All right, this person is wanting an opportunity to invest in you. Could be financially. They might feel like they owe you something. They might feel like they owe you a lot, and so they want to repay you in some way. Why? Why do they want to repay? Gemini. Five of Wands. It's like this person wants to make you comfortable now. They realize that they have made things very difficult for a long time, and they are seeing that things didn't have to be so hard, okay? This person is in full accountability, full power, full ownership, and they are wanting to... They feel like they owe you something. They feel like they want to repay you for your balance, for not making things more difficult than they needed to be, and taking accountability where they have made things difficult. Okay, what's going on for Cancer in this connection? Ace of Pentacles. Cancer, you're probably going to hear from this person soon or run into them. Ten of Swords there. Hold on. That's exactly what just came out for Gemini. Are you dealing with the Gemini? Because that's literally the cards that came out for Gemini. Six of Pentacles, the Fool, the Five of Wands. Cancer, you could also be dealing with someone who feels really guilty about the way that they hurt you, and wanting to make things right. Okay. They may want to give you a gift. This is a specific message, but if this person missed your birthday, it's like they want to give you a birthday present. Okay, I don't know where that came from. Sometimes my intuition just be random. All right, tell me about what's going on for Leo with this person keeping tabs on Leo. Two of Cups. Leo, this person loves the hell out of you. They really want to at least start off as friends, okay? They want to see how y'all are as friends and then grow the relationship from there. They are going to play their emotions small. I feel like it's an insecurity thing. Six of Swords reversed. This person could be returning after a long time of separation. You could be dealing with a Virgo with the Hermit there at the bottom. But they want to start small, but then eventually, yeah. Lovers and friends. That's what I'm hearing. Lovers and friends. Okay. Virgo. What's going on for Virgo with the person keeping tabs on them? Six of Wands. This person. Hold on. Four of Wands. Ooh. Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Virgo, I feel like this person is seeing you rise in all your glory. You have risen from the ashes, like the magical phoenix that you are, and they feel like you are a wondrous sight to behold. They really do. If you are... Sorry, I'm shaking my leg, and then I started hearing sounds from my chair because I have a perpetual leg shake that I'm constantly bouncing my legs, so that distracted me. If you post content or you're an influencer in some way, they're watching your platform and they feel like you are being very celebrated right now and getting a lot of attention, and that is affecting the way that they see you. I feel like they're seeing that you would have been a great catch the whole time. Is there anything else here for Virgo? Page of Swords, literally just spying you, spying on you, watching you, loving you from afar. Okay, all right. They could want to tell you how amazing that you are. If they reach out, they might want to tell you that. Like, this person is completely... They're like the lover who's going to be your biggest fan, okay? Yeah. Like a little obsessed. Like, you're like, okay, are you my lover or are you a fan? Because you kind of give fan energy right now, okay? Interesting. All right. All right, what is going on for Libra? What's going on for Libra with the person keeping tabs on them? Five of Cups. This person be sad as hell, Libra. This person is grieving. This person is grieving. They're projecting all of that pain on everything in their life. This person's life is not easy right now. 5 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. This person is feeling very burdened, very held down, very trapped, very held back. They are trying to muster up the intention to like find a light at the end of the tunnel, right? Find the willpower to move forward, to come forward, but they feel like they have just overburdened this connection with you, that they have caused too many issues, and you didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve that. You deserved some compassion. You deserved understanding, and they feel like they didn't give you that when you needed it. All right, let's see what's going on for Scorpio. 2 of Cups, Scorpio. Someone wants to love you. They want to make their love known more through their actions than their words. They're not very expressive, but they do have a lot of love for you. This person, very balanced, but thinking about long-term commitment with you and not in the 10 of Pentacles. This person is very serious about commitments. So that's why they don't express a lot, because they don't want to get ahead of themselves, but they do see you as their, you know, potential life partner. Okay? They want to talk about the elephant in the room with that elephant. They want to talk about the elephant in the room. Rebalance the situation. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You don't have to be though. But this person loves you. They're going to be very expressive with their intentions. Okay? They might not express verbally their emotions a lot, but they will be very clear with their patterns of behavior. Okay? They're locked in. They're locked in on you, Scorpio. Okay, what's going on for Sagittarius? We got Judgment. That Judgment is like literally on top of the Judgment from earlier in the reading. We got double Judgment there. 5 of Swords, 10 of Cups reversed. Ooh, this person is having a wake-up call. Snap back to reality. Snap back to reality. They're like, fuck, what did I do? That wasn't worth it. That fight wasn't worth it. What I said to feel more powerful, that wasn't worth it. They're just having like a recollection of deeds of where they fucked up in the past with you, and they are feeling like, I just ruined good things. This person, very self-defeating. Very self-defeating. They feel like they've just ruined the best thing in their life with you. Page of Pentacles. They might like... They're trying to learn something from this, but they just feel like it's very far out of... It's so far gone. That's what they feel like. It's so far gone. That's irreparable. I don't know how you could ever forgive me for what I did. That's how this person feels. Okay. All right. What's going on for Capricorn in this connection? The way that is balancing just perfectly on the edge. Is that a message in itself? 7 of Pentacles, balancing on the edge. Capricorn, this person might feel like this connection is very hard to tend to. Like there's a fine balance here. Okay. Tell me some more about what Capricorn's dealing with. 6 of Wands. You know, okay, Capricorn, this person right now, I feel like in the past they've used their ego to say, if something's too hard, then I'm not going to do it, because then that feels bad. Like, and the best way I can explain it is like, I'm not even going to go into that. Okay, I'm not going to do that. If something was too hard with you, and literally bare minimum could have been too hard for this person in the past. Bare minimum necessities to grow something healthy could have felt like too much. Like you were just asking too much. Like you were just setting them up for failure. Okay. I feel like now at this point, with 3 of Cups and the 4 of Wands peeking out at the bottom here. Now at this point, this person is realizing like, actually, it would feel really good for me to do what needs to be done to make this a healthy connection, and be proud that I'm the type of person, I'm the type of partner who can be reliable, right? This person is no longer about like, in the past they could have just like hearing their own voice or just needing all the praise. They just wanted constant praise, constant affection, feeling like they were big man, big woman on campus, you know, and they're recognizing that like that was a very selfish hearted thing for them to do, and it choked out the life of this relationship. So now they're seeing that they should actually do what's necessary and feel proud that they're able to be a healthy partner. Okay, so I don't know. More power to them if they keep that long term. Yeah, they might. 2 of Cups there. Okay, what's going on for Aquarius with this person keeping tabs on them? Okay, Hanged Man, Knight of Swords, the Hierophant. Okay. 5 of Pentacles at the bottom, and the Emperor could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus or a Pisces. Okay. Aquarius, I feel like this person is like changing the way that they see commitment. Okay. This person could have had commitment issues with the 9 of Swords, or they just have an anxious attachment style. Okay. This person, communication could be really important for them. Okay. And they're trying to find a way to like not project that need onto you necessarily, but be grounded in their own worthiness rather than fearing abandonment with the 5 of Pentacles on the bottom. I feel like this person is trying to find empowerment in this and not feel like their sense of well-being relies on whether or not you're available to them. Okay. This could also be like if those roles are reversed. Okay. This person could be having a change of mind of like their commitment issues, right? They might be talking to a therapist. That might be really important. You or this person both need to talk to a therapist and work out some issues. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, there's like this recognition that like what happened before in this connection emotionally can't happen again. Like we cannot return to that dynamic. That's not healthy. That's not beneficial. That's not congruent with growth, right? How I am, how you are, can't be the same. That is not, it's not okay. Okay, interesting. All right, what's going on for Pisces? Pisces, the moon. Well, you are front and center on their mind, aren't you? This person is waiting to hear from you with the 3 of Wands. Okay, tell me some more about Pisces situation. The Devil, 10 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. This person could have tried to make you jealous in a marriage, specifically, Pisces. And they've been waiting to hear, like, you reach out and say, like, I can't believe you married that person. Like, we were supposed to be together, but you're just not. I feel like you're held back from this person, and this person is now stuck in their head about choosing to marry someone just to fuck your headspace up. Now it's fucking their headspace up, okay? This person has a lot of subconscious intuitive things going on. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. I'm just going to leave that there because I don't want to get into a disempowering message at all, but they are definitely keeping tabs on you. Okay, I hope that this reading resonated for you. I feel better about this one. I'll see you in the shorts and I'll see you tomorrow. I love you so much. Take care and ta-ta.